Can I get a story about the Let's Go Penske?
Yeah.
All right. So I think I know what it's about, but
You think you know it? Well, it didn't happen to me. I'm just one of the guys.
Yes.
So what do you want to know?
all right. So I think I know the story that inspired the Let's Go Penske. But I want to hear from you first.
So basically, what it was is the guy had a Penske truck he was leasing. I think he said he had another truck, but he had to lease a Penske truck, and was leased on to another company, Bennett. And when they seen him in the Convoy, Roger Penske flew down to Bennett there in Georgia.
The guy that the company's named after?
Yeah, to actually put pressure on to get him to get out of the Convoy. Well, when this first started, he goes, well, if you're worried about the truck, you know, because some don't want the company represented in the Convoy, he's like, I'll, you know, tape over the Penske stickers if that's what it takes, right? Well, they didn't like that either.
I didn't know the leadership of Penske got involved. That's crazy.
He got a phone call from his company, and like, dude, Roger's here, and he's like, well, there's only one Roger that's affiliated to anybody in there, and that'd be Roger Penske. So what they ended up doing is Roger Penske put enough pressure on, because he didn't like the sign that was on there, put enough pressure on him to where Bennett ended up firing him.
So Bennett was the trailer, they owned the trailer.
Right, that was a company, see, like, the Penske truck was leased by him to run the truck, like as if you own a truck, but then he leased that truck onto Bennett to run under their authority, and I believe they own the trailer as well.
I heard Penske owned the truck, Bennett owned the trailer.
And so they owned the trailer, so when they fired him, so you're terminated. He's like, all right, so he parked the truck in New Mexico somewhere.
I think the sign company gave it to him basically on as a loan. It was some sign company.
No, the sign, no, that was after he came back. When they fired him, he flew down to Texas somewhere, and the people that made his sign was, I guess, a good friend of his. They donated their truck and trailer to haul the sign back in the Convoy and met up with us, I think, around Indiana.
I remember the day you showed up. And then I was listening to the chat, and the information travels terribly through the chat.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of, mixed stories. I talked to him personally about what happened, because I didn't know.
I didn't hear that freaking Penske himself.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he had a documentary guy that taking the story down with all recorded phone calls and stuff. I forget the guy's name, but there's a documentary out there about it. But yeah, they legitimately just, Penske put the pressure on it. Now, you know, well,
where's he now? Where's the guy with the sign now?
He left when we were in Hagerstown.
Yeah, I remember. So he might meet up again, or you don't know?
No, I don't think so. No, he couldn't afford to come back out, and he's got some.
All right.
You know,
got it.
Some other stories going around that he's kind of fallen into a bad kind of crowd, you know.
Well, so you already had a yellow truck, like the Penske yellow.
Yeah, different color. I think this is a prettier yellow.
Yeah, okay. I can't tell at night.
It's a little bit different shade. This is more like a neon type yellow.
And then so you put the Let's Go Penske on in a protest of that, basically.
Hell yeah.
I thought that was. I'm glad you gave me the details too, because it's hard. Again, it's hard to put the information together.
Yeah.
And Trucker Ryan is all I know him by.
Ryan.
Red beard. He was here early on. Big.
I'm not sure. Dude, when we got so big, you know, I didn't, like, the ones I know are like the ones from like New Mexico, you know, the early
I think he was there. He was there early. He was at least in Oklahoma.
Oh, was he with the Nelson truck?
I never saw him in his truck together.
There was a Ryan. He was with like the Nelson. He had like a 4-axle truck, but he's not here either.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a bit. I don't think he's
around. To go back home to get to work. But yeah, that's basically all I know about it. It got pretty personal for him, and I think, in all honesty, I think Penske's been put out of business for him, which is why I put that up there. Because when we got to Indiana, I called my sister. She was going to come out to Ohio to see us. I said, hey, make me a Let's Go Penske to put on my visor. And she made that.
With a cricket or something?
She made everything that's on here.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And I told her to make one of them to get some attention to it.
Yeah.
People know the story, so they turned their Penske trucks in. that's a plus to me.
So some people did.
Yeah. When we got to Hagerstown, I had a couple people come up and tell me that their boss or they themselves had a couple of them.
So this is kind of like a Penske company.
No,
okay.
this is utility trailer.
They only do trailers, not the rigs.
Yeah.
They put their name out there to make this. As a trucking company, though, most truckers across the you're a trucker.
Yeah.
Most truckers across the board appreciate this. No, it's a leading question.
As far as like
the people's convoy.
What we're doing,
yeah, it's hit or miss.
I don't know. I think it's probably, if I had to look on the positive side of what my guess split is, 75%.
75
on the positive.
Positive.
Side. But if I was to do like the more reality type of, it might be 50%.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, I've never pulled just truckers.
Well, from the CB, you hear.
Yeah, it was a constant positive on the CB.
And then you hear every once in a while you get a troll, but who knows who that even really is.
Most guys don't have a CB nowadays. It's not like it was, 20 years ago.
Got it.
So you don't really know. But one of the reasons some guys are against it as truckers is because they tried to strike back in like the 70s, and it was violent. And
the convoy that everybody.
It was more of a strike. Like it was based on rates and money, and whenever you got a protest about money, everybody's got ideas about how much money or how little money or whatever. So that's where they're kind of scared. They're kind of worried. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And then you also have the ones that they say that, but only because they don't want to actually get up and do it themselves. They want to make excuses.
Right.
Like the guys that come out, let's say 2 months from now, we'll dissipate, nothing will get done, right? On the next, which we will get something done, but
the connections are being made, and
right.
That's
let's say nothing happens.
Yeah.
They're gonna come out and go, see, that's why I never joined, because nothing was gonna happen. Those type of people.
Right.
Against it or for it. They're just like, it's priorities. That's all it comes down to, is priorities. So if they were to sit there, their inner being, they're probably for it. But what they'll say, and whether their priorities are right, they're just gonna, they'd rather not look at it. Like kind of those, if you don't look at it, it won't happen kind of deal.
Just keep working, keep your head down, and keep working.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how many people are here right now, but what's your message to the people watching right now?
Come out and see us. If you are against us in any sort of way, if you listen to mainstream media in any way, or listen to your local friends or whatever, and you are against us, just come out and see us. Anybody in these trucks is more than willing to talk to anybody, whether you're for it, against it, gay, lesbian, don't matter. Whoever you are, we will talk to you. We don't have to agree on everything. Like one guy told me that when I was handing out flyers, he goes, look, I don't stand for everything you guys are for, but I agree with the message. He's like, so I said, well, he goes, basically what I want is to be able to go to my gay friend's wedding and be fully armed at the same time. Because you know how that's like tribal?
Yeah.
I said, well, that's what we stand for. We want that. He goes, oh. Like, that's all we want is you be you and I'll be me. And we can still be in the same country, same area, and still disagree on the little details that, they try to get us against each other for. So come out and meet us. That's all I can say is come out and meet us.
And tomorrow we don't know where. I assume somewhere we'll be in Fort Worth at some point. There's going to be a camp in Fort Worth. Is my prediction.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm figuring based on the miles we run per day.
Within 2 days.
You've been with us for a while. So,
oh yeah.
So you'll know.
I thought that based on the freaking drive yesterday, I thought we were going to spend 2 nights at the last camp because that was a haul. That was ridiculous.
Dude, that's nothing for us on paper
well,
logs.
when you have 1,000 trucks, now it's not 1,000, but you have a bunch of vehicles together.
Yeah.
And is traffic always bad in Western North Carolina, or do you know?
Yeah, generally speaking.
This is rough because I was ahead of the convoy and it was bad. Going through the gorge?
Yeah, to the gorge right before you get to Tennessee, it's always bad.
Really?
And if anything ever happens in that gorge, like one lane closure, one little slowdown. I remember when I first started driving, they had that mudslide or something in that gorge, and you would sit, I think it was 2 to 3 hours just to go like 5 miles because it's one lane. It's a mess. That gorge is never easy to get through. So when they said they're going to go down 77 and come across 40, I looked at the map. I'm like, dude, I live right off of 81. I'm going off 81. I went to the house for the night, and I look at the map. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They got that construction there. We're going to take like 2 hours to get through that. I guarantee it.
Because I cut ahead of the convoy early morning. I think I was like the first one out. Whatever, I got ahead of it, and there was just nonstop traffic and traffic and traffic and traffic. And I was like, the convoy's going to take forever to get through. They're not making it through. There's no way.
Yeah, it's a mess over there. 81's always bad too. It's like I was trying to tell people on my live. I'm like, what people don't understand about trucks. Now there's a bunch of idiots. Don't get me wrong. There's a bunch of idiots in the trucks. But in 81, how you got the up and down hills where you're 80,000 pounds and you got so much traffic, and you turn your left turn signal on to go around this truck that you keep catching. And so a lot of times what happens is you got so many cars that don't let you come in. By the time you do come in, you're going uphill, and now all of a sudden the truck that you're trying to pass is pulling away from you because he's lighter or whatever. So now you're like, well, do I stay in this lane or do I come back and then fight to get back in this lane? That's why it gets backed up, because you're like, I got this lane, I'm going to stay in here till I pass them kind of deal.
Right. In Arkansas, I saw it nonstop. But the traffic was flowing. With the truckers, there's only 2 lanes, and they make it very clear if you're in the left lane, you're passing.
Yep.
And it might take a couple minutes for the truck to get around the next truck, but they're going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one thing I've always complained about truckers too, is everybody's like, a lot of trucks are governed. And you might have a truck that's governed at 65 and a truck that's governed at 64. And they'll pass each other. They'll take them forever, And you'll have the guy sitting there screaming at the guy that's trying to pass him. I'm like, dude, if you're in the right lane and he caught up to you, just slow down for like 5 seconds, let the guy around you. Because he caught up to you, so he's going to pull away from you. Because that's just what causes accidents, backups and stuff like that.
What I learned today, because I thought I was behind the convoy. The traffic was so slow. Again, it wasn't as bad as Western North Carolina, but it's slow. I just learned when there's an 18-wheeler passing, I just draft them and get good gas mileage. But it might look. I'm trying to make it. I try to hide from the trucker so he doesn't even know I'm behind him. But I'm just drafting. If I'm gonna be back here.
That could get dangerous.
Well, he can't stop faster than I can.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Like,
as long as you have enough time for a reaction.
Right. He can't, because a truck takes forever to stop, and I can stop 3 times faster probably.
Unless he's empty. Have you learned to look what a truck looks like when he's empty?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Pay attention to their tires.
The squish in them or
have
what?
A little bit of squish in it, and pay attention to how it rides. If you see a trailer that's going across a bump, they kind of, like you can see it.
It's got nothing in it.
It's got nothing in it. If you see it just kind of like the trailer sits still, but the axles do this number, it's loaded.
Oh, so okay. So if the trailer's empty, the trailer moves. If it's locked down, the axles move.
Yeah, if it's heavy enough. That's one easy way to tell just by watching how the axles ride in the squat.
Because I easily get 10 miles per gallon better.
Yeah. Well, the other thing about how it's been horrible trying to catch up with the convoy is we're doing 60, and a lot of trucks, like the big companies, are governed at like 62 is one of them. Swift used to be 65, Prime 65, Werner 65, May Trucking I think is 62. A lot of them are 62 to 65 if they're governed at. And if we're going 60, they're going to try to get around us.
That's 62.
Take forever for them to go around us.
Okay.
So that's why it takes forever, because you get that guy, he just can't go fast.
At just 1 or 2, they can only go 1 or 2 miles an hour faster.
Yeah, and it's going to take forever to get around them, dude. That's why we were driving 45 or so on the way to DC, because it was that way they can get around us, and traffic can keep moving.
Well, it's wonderful to talk to you. I'll be around again.
Yeah.
Now that I know your truck. What was your name?
Vern.
Vern Douglas.
Yeah, I see you pop into my live every now and then.
Yeah. Wait, give us your channel.
I'm gonna be living on Rumble at One American No Party.
Well, oh yeah. Oh, you're doing that. Oh, you're the TikTok.
I was on TikTok for like I'll probably be doing like the meetings morning and night on TikTok and use less juice. But while I'm driving, and they'll till I get a battery pack or something. while I'm driving, I'll do Rumble.
Make sure you get the. I talked to this one Walmart representative, and like they gave me the keys. So you want the C2C port, obviously. I don't know.
Okay.
That's the fastest charge. This is at Walmart. It's like $40.
What's the name of it?
It's the You got a light up there. It's a name brand.
Bring it up here closer. You can see I got a light right here.
Yeah, it's Mophie. They even make cases that charge too.
How long does it hold a charge?
This one. So other ones that have 20,000 amps claim 6 charges, 6 times this phone.
So if I was to do like, I want to do like live on Rumble like all day, like meetings and all
You may have that too.
But once I'm moving, I can put on the charger. But with the problem I had this morning, I was doing Rumble, and just a little meeting we had this morning, it went from like, it was 90% down to 44. And I'm like, well, I can't be doing this stuff. I can't walk around.
No, it'll charge faster than it drains with one of these.
Good deal.
You have to make sure it has so you want C to C.
Okay, yeah, I got one.
Or a C to Lightning if you have Apple.
What's with these?
No, this is like I'm not.
Oh, that's the regular. That's the regular USB.
I had like a good Walmart the Walmart representative I went to was like actually knowledgeable, and so this is like a regular USB, but then there's 2X USB, then there's like this. This is even faster.
That's probably the one I would need.
So you want C to C?
Yeah.
Samsung or Apple?
Yeah, I got a Samsung.
So you want C to C?
Yeah.
So you need that cord specifically. You don't want a USB to C. You want a C to C.
So I can get off what I was doing, like what I like with TikTok, is I was able to download my live.
Yeah.
And then make content from that.
I didn't know you could download your live.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to, but I've tried, but I can't anymore. I don't feel like
I've never even tried.
smacking my account or something.
That's what I like about TikTok is like I can just jump on there and it can be some BS.
Yeah, let me
it's just
show
gone.
you here. You can go to.
I just subscribed to your TikTok actually.
See,
Yesterday.
Creator tools. Go to live center.
Oh.
Go down to
Wow.
But it's not letting me download them. I even tried to do it on Wi-Fi, 5G, everything. It's just not. And I had success the first couple of times.
But the thing I found with TikTok is there's so many freaking trolls.
I know. And
Is that you right now? No, that's not you. Scavenger? No.
That's me.
There you go. I saw it.
Yeah, if you go into your
creator tools.
Yep. And go to Live Center. It should be always the bottom. Towards the bottom.
That's a replays.
Yep.
I thought they went away.
There's all your. It stays on there for 90 days.
90 days?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
So I was like downloading them and get some content off of there.
This was the toy trial.
And hey, we can learn from each other. Look at that.
I had no idea.
I learned that from a lady in Canada that was talking to me.
Oh, this is way back in Elk City.
Yeah, that was there.
Yep. Okay, so this is Hagerstown.
So are you still streaming on TikTok, or you on you on YouTube or anything?
This is YouTube Golden Renaissance Productions.
Okay.
But it's also on Facebook and all that. Because with TikTok, you got all the fun like this differently.
Yeah.
So I was trying both, but putting up the trolls on TikTok, so I can get more views like that.
Yeah, but you know, there was one time I decided to let him go. I got like 500 views, you know.
Yeah.
And then I put a video up of literally all it was going through DC. The guy was flipping me off. And I turned the camera over there. And nothing I said was against their rules or anything. They took it down.
Well, see, that's...
And then I appealed it, and they put it back up, and they put a freaking
warning at the bottom.
Like, if doing stuff like this on you or somebody else, and like
getting flipped off.
Yeah, I'm not the one that did it. I'm like, yeah, I got the attention of some trolls, but they went and reported that stuff.
I like YouTube. Like YouTube, I hate their guidelines, but the audience quality is much better for everything. Like
they were impressed today with my Rumble. When I was doing TikTok, it was freezing up. But when I was said, screw it, I'm gonna go Rumble and try again. And I got it to screen. They told me when I got here, I was spent about 3 hours. They said it didn't freeze up once. So, but you gotta find it.
Rumble. I did. The only thing I put on Rumble was Dr. Malone.
Yeah.
That was it. So I was like, I could.
If you do go live on Rumble, you gotta buy the package.
I did. No, I did that. I did that.
Yeah.
I bought it just for that, like that one moment, and because I knew YouTube.
Oh yeah, they'll kick it out.
No, not that one.
Yeah. That's the other reason why I go to Rumble, because they are more free speech. They're not gonna thank you as easy as them.
Not as easily,
Yeah. But it's the idea of getting somebody from a platform they're used to over to a platform they're not used to.
And YouTube's ingrained. It's ingrained in me.
Right. And to me, it was like the ones that really want to know are going to follow me over.
Right.
The ones that don't care, because after I got off Rumble and I decided to stream that meeting over there, I just put it on TikTok. I screwed it. I'm going to set up the whole Rumble thing. It's not difficult.
Yeah, it is.
So I hooked it up, and then all of a sudden they had like 6 people, and they're like, "Where the hell were you at all day?" I'm like, "Sorry, I told you guys to go to Rumble." Well, just like that, they're like, "Where are you at on Rumble?" "Okay, I'll follow you over there." Those are the ones I go there for. You know, they're
right.
gonna follow me over there. Trolls or not.
No, yeah, exactly. But I invite my trolls from TikTok. I've invited them to come to my YouTube channel. They do, but then they just boost the stats because it's like.
Yeah. Well, see, I like that to a point that when it gets too bad, I hate it.
Oh, yeah.
I like to interact with my viewers.
Right.
And if they're on there spamming it, I mean, you just you can't see their comments anymore.
I like just like a moderate amount, like there's like
Just
one or
enough
two.
to make fun of them.
Like, well, and sometimes they stimulate the conversation because it's like it can be boring driving and filming all day, so they stimulate the conversation a little.
Yeah.
But
you watch your viewers, the other attacking them too. They inspire me, they really do. Like, I had a day when they came on, I was fired up for like 10 minutes, ran at them.
I'm bad with it. I ran it too long.
I had one yesterday because my rule is on my I even got a little thing on my screen about you talk about Ukraine drought.
Oh yeah.
They try to like distract you from it. So the guy, and you see my pictures, like the picture of the top of my truck, the top is blue and the bottom's yellow, right?
Yeah.
It's got the flag in it.
Yeah.
And as soon as he comes on, he goes, "Oh yeah, I told the guy that has blue and yellow on his picture."
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
you obviously need to read that before you say something, because there's more than just this is not the Ukraine flag.
Yeah.
And I was like ripping into him after I said that. He goes, "You ain't got to be a deal about it." I'm like, I'm not being. I told you, read. He's like,
it's so hard to think because like I have people on YouTube that leave a comment and they're being genuine.
Yeah.
But to me, I just see a troll because I'm so used to dealing with it. I'm like,
well, he was a troll.
Yeah, he was.
Because he goes, we could be nice and told me to read it. I'm like, I asked my sisters who's watching, how many times did I tell him to read that? She goes, dude, there's like more times than I can count. He's like, bro, you don't want to deal with that. You know, I'm like 8 gallon exit 50. I'm not far from you. Don't piss me off. I'm like, dude, I'm not afraid of you. He goes, well, because of the fact you were needy, I'm not going to go into people's Convoy.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you never go into a dollar to them anyway.
Oh my gosh. How lame.
Oh, it was funny though. Added about 10 minutes of fun.
Yeah. Well, it breaks up the monotony.
It does. It really does. And after a while, like today, I like restarted my TikTok live just to get some trolls back on.
That's when I'm running 2 phones. I'll do a TikTok every other. Hey guys, I'm going down TikTok. Jump over to YouTube and troll me there. Yeah. And they do. They will. They'll come in with some fake account they just made just for a moment. And I'm like, you must love me. Like, trolls are fans. I mean, they must be the biggest fans.
And they're like extremely unintelligent. Like always very unintelligent.
It's like basically copy and paste comments. It's like
some of them I've actually said, like ask an intelligent question or like start an intelligent conversation. Right. I don't care. Look, if you disagree, like one person will try to throw me off and ask me about abortion. We had a good conversation about it. And another way, which is for the Convoy, started like she was going into details about how Trump's involved in this like big pharma's vacuum and all that. And I'm like, dude, no. And we had a good conversation, you know.
That's a fair argument, though.
Little disagreements,
yeah.
You know. And then she messaged me that night and we talked back and forth. It's like, here's why I don't think what you're saying because of this. She goes, oh yeah, you're probably right. Right. And then she shows up the next day on my line. I'm like, see, that's what we need.
Right. Well, that's an honest conversation.
Yeah.
But they wanted me to do an interview with someone else too. But
Yeah,
now that I know who you are,
yeah, take a picture of my emblem on the door.
On the outside?
Yeah, on the outside.
You got Peterbilt, nice.
Yeah, that's Peterbilt.
But it's on my YouTube channel. I need to remake my cars. I have 1,000 of those. That's my main website. You can find the YouTube channel on it. It's easy. Golden Renaissance Productions. But now that I know who you are, I'll approach you more often.
Yeah, do so. Do so.
It was nice meeting you.
I'll talk to anybody.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
Yep.